Okay, you guys, so what is a defining characteristic or feature on your face?
I would say my smile.
I would say my eyes,
My lips.
nose.
My dimples.
Okay. Well, I would kind of expect for people to say that they think the most like defining feature on their face would be some of those characteristics, but actually it's your eyebrows. Your eyebrows make a huge difference on your face because it provides symmetry, and symmetry is aesthetically pleasing. So when you look at it, it looks a lot better to you. And when you see something that's pleasing, your pupils dilate. So that's why I wanted to teach you guys how to do your eyebrows because it can make a huge difference. Okay, so now I can show you guys how to actually do it. And it really is like only 5 steps, to be completely honest. When you start though, you want to make sure that your eyebrows are in the shape that you want them to be, or somewhat in the shape that you want them to be. So you can do this by either tweezing, waxing, or threading your eyebrows, and that's just getting rid of like the extra hair around the eyebrows that are not supposed to be there. So I just have like a couple that you can get rid of. Okay. So after that, with whatever you're using, you can use an eyebrow pencil or like a pomade or anything like that. You want to get it the color of your natural hair or a little darker. You don't want really light eyebrows because that would be really weird. But so you just brush them out so that you brush the beginning up and then the ends kind of down. And you start with the ends. And then you start at the bottom portion of the eyebrow and create the end. Because at the end of your eyebrows, it gets kind of sparse depending on what shape they're in. I know for mine, it gets kind of thin. It's thicker in the middle and like thinner on the end. So you gotta kind of finesse. Alright. So, really you can do this any type of way, I guess, but you just create that end shape because you have the end of your eyebrow, the arch of your eyebrow, and the beginning. So you can follow the guideline to your eye in order to figure out where all of that should be. And truthfully, if you're filling them in and it doesn't look perfect, that's fine because you can go back and clean it up with concealer, which is a lot easier. So you don't have to like stress about getting them just perfect. So just focusing on the end, or just focus on the area that doesn't have the hair, I guess you could say. So right now, like to me that kind of looks crazy because it's really thick on the end, but I'm gonna clean it up later with concealer. So going back in, at the start of your eyebrows you want to be like really light-handed because it would look really crazy if you went super dark. So I'm using an eyebrow pencil and an angled brush in order to do this. Okay, so once that's done, like throughout this whole thing, you can brush so that they look more natural. So now, that concealer here, you can use any type of concealer that you want. It has to just be a few shades lighter than your skin. And then another angled brush that, because truthfully when you're doing your eyebrows, you can use anything that works for you. It's not like a super strict science, but a guideline always helps. So like a thinner brush to fill it in and a thinner brush to clean them up is what I would suggest, and any type of like eyebrow pencil or pomade or anything like that. So with this, basically you're just cleaning it up. Honestly, you can start with the end and start with your arch right here, and you just outline the shape that you want of your eyebrow. So of course, like doing this is gonna take some time to practice and get it right, but eventually you'll get there. I don't think anybody's done their eyebrows like for the first time and it came out perfect. And then you want to make sure to like blend out the concealer too, because then if you don't, like, people can tell exactly like what steps she took in order to do your eyebrows, and like they turn out really cool. And you want to do the same thing for the top and the end of your eyebrows as well. So you start here and just shape down. So you want to get it to a point, because there's 3 parts of your eyebrows. You have the beginning, that starts at the beginning of your eye at this corner, the arch that's like over your pupil, and then the end of your eyebrow that starts at just about the end of your eye. So for some people, they have to go over their entire eye to get the correct shape, but I only go over the end, because I like to keep the beginning of your eyebrows as natural as possible. But if you have to clean up that area too, that's fine. So here, you can always go back and fix things if they're not the way that you want them to be. So yeah, just make sure to blend out so people don't know exactly what you were doing. And there, for demonstration purposes, I had this one done already. So now, they're not supposed to look exactly the same. Your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, or it would look crazy. So yeah, so basically it's just 3 steps. You fill them in and you continuously brush, and then you also go back and conceal and clean up any excess, you know, just make it to the desired shape that you want. That's it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks.